Anybody else getting sick of this? Anybody else getting sick of Oxford playing well and losing? I know I am. Hello everybody and welcome back to Very Biased Opinions for another review of another Oxford United game. Today, the U's are away to Charlton. The disappointment of Oxford Swindon derby being cancelled is Oxford's first game in a week. Let's just dive straight into team news. So Sam Long carries on at centre-back, which isn't a bad thing. He scored after 4 minutes of coming on. Rob Atkinson still being injured. Anthony Ford comes in. He's overcome his injury. And Shodipo gets his first start. Midi Shodipo scored a great goal almost with his first touch of the ball of coming on against AFC Wimbledon. So definitely, I think everybody would have wanted to see him start. Marcus McGuane was on the bench and then even wasn't on the bench. He got an injury during the warm-up or something, so John Massinio had to be on the bench. I don't even know how fit he probably was. So all looking wonderful for Oxford, isn't it, at the moment? Up against a Charlton side who are in really good form. 3 wins in a row. They are watertight at the back as well. I think they're going for their 5th clean sheet and obviously 4th win in a row. They won 2-0 in their last game, but they did make 4 changes from the side that did get that 2-0 win. A bit surprising that Aneke is left out, but also Jake Forster-Caskey is on the bench as well. Obviously ex-Oxford player. You'd have thought he would have played, but they see it differently. But when you look at this side, you look at the likes of Connor Washington, you look at the experience of Ben Watson, you look at Darren Pratley skippering the side brilliantly as he always does. You know this is going to be a tricky game. What do you guys think about Carl Robinson's comments about Swindon? What do you think about him coming out and saying that this game shouldn't be replayed? Oxford should get the point. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm still kind of think that this game should be replayed, and later further on down the line, Oxford might need the mercy of having a last-minute game cancelled due to COVID-19, and we wouldn't want to give points away for that. So that's where I stand, but you give your thoughts down below in the comments. Look, it's been a crappy start to the season, a crap cup draw in the FA Cup at home to Peterborough, not what we would have wanted there as well. Can we get the season up and running with a marquee win against a top side here tonight? No is the answer. Of course we can't. What are you thinking about? There is one distinct way we play this season, and that is play quite well in possession, but give away sloppy goals. And that's exactly what happened again. It's a familiar scoreline because it ended Charlton Athletic 2, Oxford United 0. Where do we start dissecting this latest instalment from United? Well, I just think you just have to say, up until that first goal went in, Oxford were clearly the better side. They, I don't say dominated, but they outplayed Charlton and penned them back for large periods of this first half and dealt with them really well. They were physical in challenges. Alex Goran was excellent, I thought, in the first half an hour up until he got booked. I'll get back to that in a bit. But the biggest problem was Oxford just couldn't create anything clear-cut. We got into good areas, didn't test the keeper anything. I don't think we even tested him once. Maybe from a free kick that was hit straight at him, which he dropped. And there was an Anthony Ford run where he made a great run, actually, and hit it over the bar. But didn't create hardly any chances for the amount we dominated the game and the amount we played in Charlton's half, which is very disappointing. I did really like the way Alex Goran played. I really thought he brought an intensity to Oxford's game, and it was like snapping into tackles. We were winning the ball back in high areas and causing Charlton a lot of problems. A lot of this changed when he got booked. That really put him on eggshells. It meant he couldn't go into tackle. It didn't stop him from running the whole, walking a tightrope of being sent off. I mean, I think we were quite lucky he didn't get sent off, really. I mean, he gave away 3 or 4 silly fouls on a yellow card, but he just didn't look as effective once he was on that yellow card, and pretty much soon after he did get that yellow card, Oxford went a goal down. Not for the first time this season, Oxford can't score when they're on top. The opposition get one chance and they score. From a Charlton point of view, this is a great goal. Really well worked. Connor Washington is able to spin in behind. He's in loads of space and he tucks it away nicely. It's a nice finish past Eastwood. Could Eastwood have done better? There'll certainly be more of that later on. From an Oxford point of view, it's sloppy again. They switched off. I thought Sean Clare, he's been getting a lot of shit lately, was caught out of position, which allowed Washington to run in the space where he should have been. All too easy from a Oxford point of view, but exactly what Charlton wanted. It meant that they can now sit back in the game and just rely on that fantastic defence that they've got. And once again, Oxford cannot get back into the match, and you're just hoping you can get to half-time at 1-0, but no, don't worry about that. Do not worry about that. We can't. We give away a sloppy free kick. It was Goran again who gave away a free kick on the edge of the box. It was shooting range for sure, but you would have looked at it and thought it was more likely he'd have got a cross on it. And certainly the way he scored it, there's a lot of asking questions on that one. Look, again, from a Charlton point of view, it's a wonderful strike from Shinnie. He's hit it clean. He's hit it almost straight into the top corner. And it looks great from their point of view. From Oxford's point of view, it's gone straight through Simon Eastwood. It's a straight shot into the corner where he's standing, and it seems to have just gone straight through his hands. Comments down below, Oxford fans. Is this, are we calling time on Eastie? I still love him. I'm still a defender. But what do you say? Are we calling time on Eastie? Is it time for Jack Stephens to get a run in the side? Couldn't hurt, could it? He's looking a bit shaky in these games lately. And for me, that just sucked all the life out of the game. All the optimism and enthusiasm I had for it just went with that one free kick. You just felt, that's it. We ain't got a hope of hell of getting back into this one. Maybe I'm wrong. We will see. I wasn't wrong, and the second half was terrible. I thought it was even, Oxford got worse as the game went on. I thought there was no intensity, there was no spark, there didn't seem a lot of willingness to get back into the game. Again, Charlton didn't really have many shots, but looked dangerous when the times they did go forward. Oxford had a chance in the last 25 minutes. The red card from Ennis, he got 2 yellow cards in the space of 4 minutes. But, you know, I would say Oxford were lucky that Goran didn't pick up a second yellow. Charlton can count themselves a little unlucky that Ennis got 2 yellow cards in such quick succession without getting that little extra leeway foul when he's on a yellow card. But you thought 25 minutes to go. I didn't have much hope Oxford were going to mount a comeback, and they didn't. There was one chance Taylor had, which hit it straight at the keeper. But it was just sloppy play, crap crosses. Crosses where you do 2 things in the game. Hit the first man, put it straight into the keeper's arms. It was lousy out on the wings from Oxford today. And I just thought it was sloppy all the way around. It was misplaced passes. It just didn't look like they were going to score 2 goals against this Charlton side, and they were able to just run it out really comfortably. All you can say is well done to Charlton Athletic. It's another side that just shows us how to be more clinical and how to be ruthless, and just how to manage a game, which just seems like Oxford just do not seem to be able to do at the moment. And in the end, I would say Charlton deserves to win the game 2-0. So it's a bit of a horror show, isn't it? It's a horror show at the moment. It's it's 1 step forward and then 2 or 3 steps back, it seems to be. We cannot get any momentum going. We know it's the impossible task of going to Fleetwood and trying to get anything, which we never are good at. So it's an awful game for us to have next. The squad looks threadbare. We don't look like scoring goals. We don't look like keeping clean sheets. It's not fun times at the moment, is it, Oxford fans? Give us those comments down below. Has Robinson got to bring in a centre-half? I know he's been looking at sort of bringing in a free agent, but when is that free agent going to come in? Because we just need something. We need something to give us a lift. We need something to get going. And yeah, football's not that fun at the moment, is it? And that will just about do it for this review. I got very annoyed as that went on. Whew, it's getting tough. I hope you did like it. If you did, please give us a thumbs up. It helps us out so much on YouTube. If you can hit that subscribe button as well, that will help out so much. And hit the notify bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. Oxford fans and Charlton fans, please give comments down below. I'd love to hear your comments, especially from Charlton fans as well. I'd love to hear like what you thought of the game, and also how you think you're going to go this season. You've had off the field problems for years and you're dealing with it all right. Looks like you're dealing with it all right again this season. Oxford, we go again to Fleetwood. Who's confident of getting a win up there? Not me, but I will be back and I will see you for that review.